Live from the WTXL studios, this is ABC 27 Sunrise.
Now at 6, more shootings leading to more questions about safety in Tallahassee.
Yeah, the violence is a cause of concern for families, especially living on our city's north side.
I moved out here because it was quiet. It's a great place to be. It's a lot of kids out here, and they bring it to the community where all the kids at. Why? We have people playing. It's the summer. We having fun. That's the last thing we need, to be out here killing each other in the community.
The Leon County Sheriff's Office says that some of the crimes were committed with stolen guns. We've told you how LSCSO's All In initiative is working to keep some of those illegal guns off of our streets, as well as put a stop to violent crimes. Today, Sheriff Walt McNeil will join us to explain the steps in the fight against crime. Earlier this week, the Sheriff's Office announced a strike force made up of several law enforcement agencies coming to target high crime areas. Sheriff McNeil will sit down with us to emphasize the importance of the All In initiative, as well as explain how it could help make Leon County a better place to live.
It's actions like these that set us apart from other municipalities and make us leaders. And I'm really proud to serve with the City of Tallahassee and my fine colleagues on the City Commission. It's been a great day.
We all know that feeling of not quite having enough time to spend and enjoy with your family. Well, the City of Tallahassee has come up with a plan to help ease some of those concerns.
They sure have. The city just introduced a new parental leave program, and it's for city employees. The new policy provides 6 weeks paid leave after the birth or adoption of a child. The issue was first brought to the city's attention in March. This parental policy applies not only to mothers, but also to fathers of newborns, and it extends the benefit to both parents of newly adopted children.
The City of Tallahassee is steps closer to launching an e-scooter program. The soon-to-be-launched pilot program would allow electric scooters to be in Tallahassee for 3 months. Now, the details of the program are still being ironed out. Right now, there isn't a dedicated location where you can drop off or pick up the scooters, but anyone who wants to participate in the program will still have to pay a small fee to the company.
It completely goes to the scooter company. It's a private business. So what we're looking at through a pilot is how do we regulate it? How do we license it? So we'll have a fee to cover the city's costs to make sure we're enforcing them properly. But at the end of the day, it's a private industry.
And anyone who wants to give input on the program will have a chance to on June the 19th. There is a meeting planned for 6 p.m. at the Smith-Williams Service Center. And we got to really talk about this, Ava. Do we really need e-scooters here in Tallahassee?
I don't know. I'm a little bit concerned about safety.
Okay.
Number one, are people going to need to wear helmets?
Right.
And also the thought of people kind of darting out from in between cars when you're driving on these scooters. So I think we really have to look at the safety part of it.
Yeah, I
What do
think
you
that
think?
would be the major concern.
Yeah.
Me, I kind of like doing fun stuff. So I think that would be kind of cool, especially if you live in the downtown area.
Right.
Kind of a fun way to kind of get around outside of maybe using the bikes a little bit smaller, a little easier to get around. So I think it'd be kind of fun for the city.
I agree. We'll have to look into that more, as long as they're not throwing them in the lake like they did in Austin. No, that's not good. Inmates in Gadsden County are getting a chance to pursue an education while they're in jail, and it's all thanks to the county's GED Inmate Literacy Program. As part of the program, inmates wrote personal stories about their lives. Some of the stories were featured in the book titled Actually, I Can by the Florida Literacy Coalition. And happening now, services being held around the world today in remembrance of D-Day.
Yeah, right now, President Donald Trump, as well as French President Emmanuel Macron, are on the beaches of Normandy. President Trump will deliver a speech while touring the beaches, as well as an American military cemetery. The two presidents will hold bilateral talks later on this morning before they share a working lunch. The FSU Marching Chiefs are also in France to participate in the country's official D-Day Normandy parade. Yesterday, the band posted this video on Twitter during a rainy day in Paris performing their patented war chant. We caught up with some of the band members as well as the director before they left for France, and they all say that it's an honor to be part of history as well as represent their university.
I think the reason I'm so excited about this trip specifically is showcasing the university, the state, and the country.
When you can stand on Omaha Beach on 75 years to the day of that historic and world-changing event, I think that does so much for the university's reputation.
FSU will be the only college band there among over 380 bands.
Hurricane season is officially here, and if you haven't prepared already, now is the time to make sure that you are storm ready, especially when it comes to getting supplies. Today is the last day of the 2019 Disaster Preparedness Sales Tax Holiday. You have until the end of the day to buy supplies like generators and batteries without having to pay tax. Now, Brian, you're from Chicago, but of course you live in Jacksonville.
Yes.
So do you have your hurricane kit ready?
I absolutely do not. I'm one of the bad guys who's waited way too long,
Yes.
so I will have to get on that right after we get off the show.
Yes,
Get my water,
I'm going to make sure.
get my batteries, get my flashlights, and some crackers, because you got to have some snacks.
You've got to have snacks, and I'll give you, well, we've got a checklist on our
Okay.
website. Don't be like me. Last year I waited to the last minute to get gas, and it
Oh,
took
yeah,
me
that's not
an
good.
hour and a half.
See, you don't want to have
No,
those
we
problems,
don't.
yeah.
So, all right, we'll be right back after this message.